All right, welcome back to another live stream, everybody. I'm just going to verify real quick that I am in fact live again. There we go. Okay, finally it showed up. All right, y'all, welcome back to another live stream. Let me just make sure it's actually working. Okay, finally it showed up. All right, y'all, welcome back to another live stream. Let me just make sure it's actually working. Finally it showed up. All right, y'all. Okay, so it's going to endlessly echo if I don't just go ahead and cut that off. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good delay. Not much. So anyway, if you guys notice anything is a little different, that's pretty good because I'm actually streaming from my portal connected to my PS5. So the PS5 is live streaming, and I'm actually talking to you through the PlayStation portal. I love this thing. I mean, as a Vita person, um, this thing is amazing. Remote play's never been better. And um, if you guys want to join the realm, the code is literally on screen next to the play button. Don't mind the /4/4/2025. That's just the last time I validated the current version. And that's mainly for download purposes. I never really download the world anymore since I pay for the realm. But in case I have to, that's the date. I think I last did a download. So the reason why I'm sitting on this is I wanted to do a live reaction to this build that I gave Emma the task of doing today while I was at work. So I went to work at 11, and before I left, I went over to this really, really old outline of where I wanted a house to be built. It's going to be a big house. And I sat down with her and I figured out how big the windows are going to be all the way around the house. And I basically gave her like, hey, so this is where all the windows are going to go. This is how big they're all going to be. These are the blocks I want to use. This is how tall I want it to be. And here's the very, very start of the roof. Have at it. And it's a thing that I've done for a very, very long time because um, when, I was 15, 16, 17 years old, you had people who were, anywhere between I'd say maybe 13 through a little older than me, maybe 18, 19 or whatever. I mean, you had people just all over the age range of being a teenager, you know, and basically the thing that I came up with was doing builds that anybody can just jump in and help with. Because you don't know who's good at building and who isn't, but you have this vision for something cool. So I made it my mission to, you know, figure out this thing that I can do to send the message across to everybody, no matter how skilled they are. And we're going to see if it works on Emma. So I have not actually seen her finish this build, um, any further than how it was this morning when I left. She says that it's mostly done, and we're going to finish it. So here we go. Without further ado, and I did just want to give you guys some context before I jumped in and acted all surprised. But apparently, this is going to be a really, really big house. And I saw how tall it's going to be because I did stack up the blocks. But I can't wait to see it actually good to go. Can't wait to see it actually good to go. Okay, I'm just making sure the audio is still good. I do apologize for the audio bit rate. I'm not using a Blue Yeti like I normally would. I'm literally using the Portals microphone. All right. So that was a glimpse Oh my god. Okay, when I said that this thing was going to be massive, okay, let me give you guys just an idea of like how big the floors are. Oh my god, seeing it like closed in is pretty cool. God, there's gonna be so many rooms. So one thing that she has to do is these are the spacers, and they're supposed to come out so it looks like that. Looks like she missed a couple. Yeah, she missed a few more. And obviously, you're not going to do it for the stuff up above. You're just going to do it down here because you're just trying to figure out where the quartz pillars are going to go. And even then, she's already got that outline and that outline. So a lot of this can just go ahead and come on out. All right, so everything else looks fine. Here's the big reveal for just like how big this house is. Okay, it is just huge. It is huge. And I ultimately decided to go with this color scheme because some of my best houses, especially the ones that are built off the ground, all use this color. Oh my god, this is so cool. Yeah, a lot of my best houses that are giant have that kind of color scheme. I mean, just look at that. That is incredible. And I mean, look, it's bigger than those two houses combined. In fact, I would say it's the equivalent of like three houses. Yeah, it actually is. It legitimately is the size of like 3 to 4 houses. Wow. And this is going to be like the last hurrah of this area. Um, in terms of like if the homes had like a timeline in which they were built, it's like you have all of these houses, and eventually you get to this one, and it's like, okay, no more. This area is done. Now a lot of these houses, the lore behind them, I wanted them to be built in like the modern age, so like 2013, 2009, 2006, 2016, whatever. Um, there are actually some of the older homes on this world too. So, um, especially like these homes right here, and actually it's this one I think is the first one. Um, this one was built all the way back in 2016. Why do I hear a fireplace? Oh, hot tub. It's one way, or yeah, that's one way to make it hot. Okay. Yeah, so we'll light that again one day, but I'm not too worried about it. I mainly just don't want to have to deal with the sound effects. I'll probably put like lava or something underneath. Um, so yeah, we're gonna finish this house. Um, Although I kind of want to go work on something else. I was kind of like leaving this one for Emma to do. Keeps her busy. Plus, I've been staring at this one for a very, very long time. But the good news is when we stand down at the ground level, we probably won't even see the like past the first set of stairs that I'm currently putting in. Yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think about the house. A little bit more. Yeah, from down here, yeah, you won't even like the house is so big that like from all the way over here, you're not even gonna be able to tell how high up the roof goes. Um, at least on this spot. Now, if I back up a little bit more, yeah, I'll be able to see it from like way over here, and you might even be able to see some of those over there, but definitely not this one up front. The big question now is where does, and it's kind of a two-parter question, where does the garage go? And then where does the front door go? It looks like somebody just hopped in. Definitely let me know what you guys think about the house. It is absolutely massive. I was thinking about putting the garage door on this part of the house. Otherwise, it would have to go here. That's the beginning part of the house too. Um, well, let's see. This is one, two, three, four, five, six. Or what? Hold on. One, two, three, four, five, six. You see, I typically like to do 7 blocks wide, not six, when it comes to garage doors. What about here? One, two, three, four, five, six. Nope, that wouldn't work. Um, two, three. No, that won't work either. Honestly, there's a giant road right here. Doesn't have lines. It will have lines, but it doesn't. So I'm wondering maybe side entrance or even better. Um, what about like uh an annex? Now, the other cool thing about this particular house is actually the fact that if I wanted to, I could just do one single garage door. The house is in fact off the ground. So that is also an option. Like it would just be one, two, three, and then maybe right here, one, two, three, kind of. Um, let's start with one, two, three, four, and then go one, two, three, one, two, three, and then cut this out. Cut that out. And then get rid of this. And then notice that we have 1, 2, and 1, 2. I say just because it's such a large house, let's at least do that. And then I think we could do that. And then that officially solves part of the problem, but not all of the problem, because now we have to figure out where the front door goes. I mean, heck, I'm even tempted to just do one giant window. And how about we make it a little bit wider so it like lines up better. Hmm. You know, honestly, I kind of want to do the double again, just because I just think it looks better. Let's just open this up. And I think what would actually help is if we made it a little bit taller than I normally would. So, for this door specifically, I'm going to use spruce logs. It's going to come all the way across. The cool thing about this window is I'm going to seal it off right there, and we're going to stick with a shorter window. No, I am thinking like maybe something gray would look better over here. Um, Maybe not andesite, but definitely like a stone. Let's see how that would look. And if not, I'll just change it right back because I'm pretty sure I've used these door like the spruce logs for a garage door before, but I mean the house is so big that adding just a little bit of color to it, I mean it might help, but it might also not. Yeah, you see that kind of blends in too much. I mainly want it to look nice. I don't really care if it pops. I don't really care if it blends in. I just want something that's aesthetically pleasing, and I would rather stick with something like maybe a lighter color, just to kind of like tie stuff together. Um, let's try this light gray wool. See how that looks. Actually, I'm already thinking I'm going to use that as a wall. Maybe not the best material. Fun. Yeah, let's just go with this. It's quick and easy. And at the end of the day, I don't care as long as it looks cool. Looks like another person just tuned in. Appreciate that. Be sure to drop the video a like if you enjoy it. So I'm gonna roll with maybe these bigger windows. Nah, let's just go right back. Okay, so this is what we got. Pretty giant house. And I told Emma I was thinking about like maybe doing commands for the windows, but so far this house is actually 100% hand built in the age of commands and structure blocks. I love structure blocks. They're very helpful, but and there's just nothing like building it the old-fashioned way. So I'm thinking front door should be where should the front door go? I'm thinking the front door should be right here. Just to kind of tie it together, I'm going to make it just one long window. And then the way that this is going to work, so this is going to be kind of tough. We're actually going to go back over to some of the older homes that I did back in like 2018, 2019 kind of era. And we're going to see exactly how I did it back then. And we're going to just do our best to replicate it in a unique way. Okay. Yeah, so this is why I was interested in the spruce logs. We're going for something that looks kind of like this. As you can see, I did not do a glass wall with some door cutouts. Instead, I did glass windows and decorative trim piece. And then resumed regular programming up there. And if I'm not mistaken, this house is 100% hand built. It's actually got like a pretty cool basement thing um, going on. So as you can see, this house has a very, very grand appearance. And over here, I have a nice like deck built into the house like that. So we're gonna just draw inspiration and have at it. So we're gonna go to minus 700. We'll do 33, and then 1200. I know where I am. I'm actually right below the house. Don't have to go quite that far south. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to build a deck, like a front deck, into the house. We're gonna purposefully not line it up, but I do need to build stairs into it. All right, just like that. And I am gonna probably trim this back a little bit. I don't intend on having a staircase this wide. It's kind of weird. Although one thing that just kind of like got my attention is maybe like a porch that like wraps around the front of the house a little bit. Maybe comes out over here. Be kind of interesting. So like I was thinking a porch where it's like um first of all, let's say I trim this. Okay, so like let's say it's like this. So you come up and then on this side, let's do the same thing real quick. So like, let's say the deck only came out to here. You know, this was the original plan, you know, to just kind of borrow from the other house and just quickly get something planned and off to the races I go. Well, what if I trim this down and we'll just pretend that that's like a support beam and instead we continue the porch. Maybe not all the way out there, but definitely to like right here. I think that would be pretty nice. And then for this one, you know, honestly, bringing it out even wouldn't have been such a bad idea. We're just gonna roll with it. So essentially, the deck, it's gonna be bigger over here and a little smaller over here and very to the point. Like it's just to get you inside the house. So like you were having like a party, you know, you might have people on your back porch, but if it's like a really large party, you know, people over here and a few more over there. Seems pretty nice to me. Just don't get reported to the police for being too loud. I could definitely see people having a party over here. If this were a real world, that would be pretty nice. I am going to think about leaving it the way it is or extending it out. Because, like, I do think it's kind of narrow through here, and what part of the house is small? Not much. Right now, it's this deck in the front. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and extend it out. All right. Yeah, so the good news about the portal is anytime that it lags on my end, you guys actually won't even notice, which I think is pretty neat. And then just another quick reminder, be sure to hit that sub button and the like button if you are enjoying the live stream right now. This is what we got so far. The front deck is almost done. I kind of want to extend it out one more time. The reason why is, well, why not? This whole house is excessive. What's a little more front deck? Also, let me know what you guys think of the house. Still haven't seen anybody's comments yet. And then I'm thinking tomorrow, I'm gonna try to get my gaming space straightened up so I can game in there again, with the camera turned on. And I was thinking about showcasing the tube television that I recently picked up, um, and maybe even have it play Minecraft, which is awesome. I know there's a lot of passionate CRT gamers out there, and I really want to be a part of that. That's a cool niche, and I found something really cheap, and it is absolutely amazing. Ever since I put it up on my TV stand, I've had to do some tilt and geomagnetic corrections, because the picture was a little off. But I mean, I think I got it dialed in just where I need it, and especially when I started just plugging directly in and not using any converters or anything, it actually works really, really well. So it was fine on the floor, but I don't want it on the floor. I want it up on a stand. And apparently, it was really common for those to need correcting in certain things. And luckily, it gave me access to doing that without having to try to access some service menu. So, yeah, this house is going to be amazing when it's done. Let's go ahead and put the leaves around it. We're going to go all the way up. I feel like I hear stuff all the way from the high school that I went to, because I actually live really close to my old high school. Graduated about 6 years ago, and every time that they have a giant sporting event and they're using the loudspeakers, I can hear it carrying like about a mile away. It actually took me a while to like figure out that it was in fact the high school, because um couldn't figure out like why there was always like this mumbling happening at night. Sure enough, it was them. I'm thinking get rid of maybe some of these trees right here, and then I kind of want to do the porch And I also want to do a pool and a hot tub, maybe. They can just bring it straight out. No curves, no bends, no complication, just straight out. We'll get rid of this. Because I really like the front deck design. And I feel like I could put like maybe a hot tub and something over there, and then I could put like a decent sized pool over here. And like maybe right here, because the wood's going to be level, I could maybe take out this section right here, like this, and put in a glass panel that has the door situation. I'm thinking something like that. So I could go there, and then maybe same thing over here. Come up, go over, go down, and then get rid of that. So something like that, to where there's like two ways to get in and out of the house. On the back side, I mean, heck, I could even put like a bedroom right there, and they could have like direct access. So yeah, why not? We're going overkill with this house. Everything's gonna be overkill. It's gonna be awesome. And I'm probably not gonna leave the design like that, like for forever, but um, yeah, just at least temporarily. Uh, actually, let's bring this over one more. And then one more. We could do like little mini windows right here, like that. And then maybe up here on the top, do a set of mini windows. And then down here, we'll just do a glass panel, like the glass blocks. And if this doesn't look that good, then no big deal. We can just, yeah, you see, that's kind of like not quite it. I want more glass. What if I did glass that went like that? And then what if instead I just kind of borrowed the design of the back of the house? Maybe something more like this. I think we're gonna roll with this. That way we can tie it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna tie it into the back of the house. That's what we're gonna do. And then over here, see, that's a garage door. And it's not quite the same. Beautiful oak doors. I love the city texture pack. All right. So we're going to stop there because, like I've stated a couple times now, I want Emma to finish everything. But basically, from up above, the house is going to look like a giant rectangle with a little bit of a chip missing right up here. But down below, it's going to be just this crazy, like, fortress looking thing. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. So, we're going to shift gears a little bit. You know, I can't believe that this house, it looks like it's been here for a very, very long time. But I couldn't tell you how long. Let's just work on it. It shouldn't take that long to finish. That way, it's one less thing for me to worry about. Little small house. And I was thinking about it today. There's this one house that I built back in like 2018, 2019, and it's a one floor house, but it takes advantage of the fact that it's only a one floor house. Okay, wait a minute. This house has to be a little newer because the windows are, you see, I didn't do this and then that back then. Like, if this was a real 2016 build or even 2017, I wouldn't have done that until a little bit later, especially on these stone houses. Um, Now, on my other houses that I did in 2017 and 18, you'll see that I didn't skip out on remembering this little part right here, in the corner. But in 2016 and earlier, I was notorious for doing it where like the glass went here and the glass went there. Because on the outside, I was like, oh, well, it's just a glass pane. Why can't it just go like this? You know, but now I see it as it should be like this. So when you look at it, it looks the same on both sides. It's symmetrical, even though on the inside it's not. Dang, like how big is this house supposed to be? I mean, this house does not have much. It's gonna have to be a two-floor house because how the heck am I supposed to get a kitchen and a bathroom and a living room and a bedroom? Near impossible, right? I mean, you could. Let's just see if I can. So I'm thinking. I mean, honestly, I would love to keep this as just like a small one bed, one bath kind of house. That would be kind of neat. I haven't done something this small in such a long time. Actually, I take that back. I feel like I built a house that was about this size, but I don't know if I ever went back and like finished it. Um, I don't know. Don't quote me on that though. I could cheat a little bit. Maybe take this out just to make it a frame where you then come in. But yeah, you see, I don't like that. That's cheating. I mean, I am literally thinking kitchen goes here and like the living room goes up against this wall. Yeah, I guess it can be done. I didn't say well, but it can. I mean, we're talking shower right there, toilet right there, and your sink. Oh my god. I don't know. Although, if we want, actually we need our kitchen to go right there. Unless we want our kitchen to go over here. Do our kitchen there, and then by that logic, we could have like the rest of that for our bathroom. Watch our bathroom end up being bigger than our bedroom. I'm gonna say let's just have that be like the little room with like the toilet. And then like your sink could go like right there. And then over here could be your shower. That is it. That is literally the most I can do with that. Um and then over here, put our door there, put our actually door can go on the other side. Why not? So our door can go there. That's to the garage. And then over here can be the kitchen. And then that is it. There's no more room after that. No more room. Let's we'll do that as kind of like a tile. So don't feel discouraged. It is perfectly okay to leave a like on the video if you have not done so already. I would deeply appreciate that. Because I can see people liking the video in real time. Let's try a mangrove door. That looks cool. And then I was gonna do something kind of like that. Awesome. So, last thing to do just before I kind of like move along to another one is this. What the hell? Okay, there was like somebody like randomly tapping on like a window, like outside my house somewhere. I'm just gonna keep the live stream on until Emma comes home. It's just so weird. It's like, why would anybody be doing that at night? Got my car key anywhere? I don't know, but I mean, it sounded distant enough that I'm not too worried about it. But it's like, why are you like hammering something at like 11 o'clock at night? So we're gonna go up one more and then do the slabs, and then the roof should be done. Alright, that's not a bad looking house. Kind of cute. Um, Next thing is put some leaves around the house. Then around back, let's go ahead and put down, how about just do an oak? Dang, two people just left. I feel like people forget that I can see that I have a live viewer count on my screen. Alright, so we got another house built. So over here on this house, or even this house, I think I went back and fixed the windows. Because I remember gutting, I think, that corner and changing stuff and trying to make it look a little more modern. Because I remember things used to be a little different. Yeah, especially like this. Used to do that a lot. Or that. In fact, if we jump back, I mean, we can jump back all the way to about here. Although I would prefer to maybe go back to. How about this one? Hmm. Yeah, it's incredible how it almost seems like it hasn't changed, but it really has. Like I love going back on 2017 because I mean, for instance, right here, um, this whole area right here is fresh. You know, so many homes weren't even built yet, and it tells you like which ones really are like the old ones and which ones are really the newer ones. Yeah, and that was me attempting to build my high school. But I mean, like, check this out. Or like over here. And then the other thing that's crazy is my roofs. They're all quartz. I mean, all of them are quartz. It's just like, oh my gosh, why? You see, that's why I think 2018 is like perfect. You know, there's this copy of the world from July 2017, and it's like the beginning of what we have now. You know, it feels dense. It is, um, like with the trees, it feels very dense. It it feels complete, but when you look at it like in depth, it's nowhere near that. But on the surface, it's just incredible. Oh my god, this is back when this house had like the crazy roof and I never went back and like fixed it like the right way. So in more recent years, I actually tore this off the back of the house. This is actually an original piece to the house, but I wanted something a little more open. So I actually tore that out. And there's the front of my house. Before the updates, I still got the crazy annexes and the land bridges. So that's that. 2017 was cool. It was a good year. Here we go. As you can see, this whole area seems a lot more updated. Definitely feels a lot nicer over here. Um, what do we got going on over here? Oh my gosh. What was I going to build these homes out of? Let's do light gray terracotta. And the reason why is um just so it matches. So here's the cool thing about my build style. that I was talking about earlier. This is how I typically lay out a house, and I know exactly where things are going to go before I even think about putting a single block down. I already know where everything is going to go. When it comes to actually building the house up, because I've already planned all of the windows, I've already planned all of the stuff that goes in between the windows, the decorative framing that goes on either side, and yeah, I mean, I could literally just use this. I don't normally do it like this, but I am trying to keep the frame, like the outline of the house specifically, intact until I can go back and actually clear out that bottom layer and um, replace it with the terracotta. All right. Now I can just go like that. Knock this all out. Fill that in. It's just I didn't want to lose the pattern, so that is that. Okay. So next thing to figure out, how tall is the house gonna be? Well, we usually just do maybe that tall. And if it's a 2-4 house, we'll go higher. Um, I'm thinking taller wouldn't be such a bad idea. Especially because there is going to be a bigger window right here. All right, so it looks like Emma is in fact home. So that's going to do it for this live stream. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the sub button, and definitely come back to another live stream of mine in the future, and I will catch y'all later. Um, need to figure out food and stuff like that, and I don't feel like keeping the stream on any longer whilst trying to do that. So, with that said, thanks so much for tuning in, y'all. Um, I'm just gonna keep working on this house off stream, and I will let you guys know what it looks like probably next time if I remember, and if I don't, just drop a chat in the stream, and we'll fly over and take a look at it. If you want to refer to the house, just say, "Hey, could you show me the giant house and the little one next to it?" Um, this place is called Acacia Heights. So you could just say, "Hey, in Acacia Heights, could you show me that smaller house you were working on and the mansion, Acacia Heights Mansion?" I can even leave a little note right here. What is this sign? Hello? Stream me. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, one more time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Drop a like, hit that sub button, and I will catch y'all later. The Realm invite code is in the description, and you can access my Discord and all that stuff on my YouTube About page. Just go to the About section once you hit that sub button, and you should be able to connect with me outside of YouTube, and I would deeply appreciate all that. Take care. Have a great night, y'all.